Welcome back. Now in this part of the training, we're actually going to build a real room inside VisionSuite Designer. Now I'm joined here by Adam. Adam, how are you doing?
Hey James, hey everyone.
So Adam hasn't seen this before. This is the first time he's working with VisionSuite Designer. Just like you following along at home, we're basically going to be building our boardroom. Now this boardroom is a kind of medium-sized room, not too complicated. Over the course of this training, we're going to be adding in the presenter tracking and also the speaker spotlight feature. But for now, we're just going to focus on speaker spotlight. And that means we're going to be adding in a floor plan into VisionSuite Designer. We're then going to be adding in speaker zones. We're going to be adding in the hardware like microphones and cameras, tying all of that together. We're then going to see what the outcome is. And from there, we're going to look at what we can change, what we can improve, what we can add to make that experience even better. So, Adam, you ready?
Ready.
Got Q-SYS Designer open?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well then, let's get started.
Before going any further, make sure you download the room assets, which contains some files that you need during this lesson.
So I'm here in Q-SYS Designer and I've just got my VisionSuite component and we haven't added anything else. So all we're going to do is double click on that component. And remember, if you're not already emulating, you're going to want to go to File and click on Emulate, because we need to be emulating or running on a core for VisionSuite Designer to open like this. And just like in the previous video, I'm going to hide this little inventory so I can just see VisionSuite Designer full screen. Now from here we've got our room, okay, defined by this big green box here, but actually I want to chuck a floor plan in here. And this should always be the first thing you do if you're building a new room, is adding in the floor plan, because it gives you that context, it gives you that sense of scale, and it gives you a sort of framework to be adding in the microphones, cameras, furniture, other bits and pieces. So let's do that together. Let's go to this floor section. We can expand that, and then we've got our room. Okay, now we're not going to go into the room just yet. Before we do that, we're going to upload our floor plan. So just by clicking on floor, on the right hand side, you're going to see in the inspector, you've got upload image. You got that, Adam?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's click on upload image and it's just going to bring up our normal file picker. And we've got a boardroom floor plan, which I'm going to make available for you following along at home. I've got mine saved on the desktop. And all we're going to do is double click that, and you can work with various different image formats for the floor plan. If you've got it saved as like a PDF or a DWG file, even just screen capturing that or exporting it as an image is totally fine. So I'm going to select that. Now this is what we should all see. I've now got my floor plan here in VisionSuite Designer. Have you got that as well, Adam?
I do, yeah.
Okay, cool. Is it looking like it might be not lined up with our green box?
Yeah, I was just about to ask. My floor plan's kind of in the middle of my floor.
There's a floor in your plan.
Yeah.
Say. Yeah, absolutely. So this is totally normal. It's basically going to add it in smack bang in the middle of your 3D view here. And also, it doesn't know how big this room is yet. Now, hopefully you've got some dimensions on your floor plan. That's the first thing we're going to fix, is we're going to tell VisionSuite how big this floor plan actually is. This is pretty easy to do if, like this one, you've got the dimensions written down. All we're going to do is come over to the bottom right here and we're going to select Calibrate Scale. And when you do this, it says right here, place the dots at a known distance from each other, enter that distance, and then click Calibrate. Now, if we zoom in here, we can see that we've got these blue dots with a black line between them. And the idea here is that you just put these on some kind of known distance. So it could be that you know the whole room is 10 by 5 meters. You could actually put these along the whole wall and you could then enter in here, that's 10 meters. That would be totally fine. In this one though, I don't have that, but I do have some measurements in here for other things. So here I've got, for example, 2200 here. I could go like this and say, right, that's 2200. But actually, the best version of this is going to be if you use the longest distance that you have. The longer the distance and the more precise you are with where you put these blue dots, the better the outcome is going to be. So quite an easy thing I could do here is I could say, right, from there to over here is 4.4 meters. Right, you can see that here. So I'm going to place those dots like that. I'm just going to come over here and type in 4.4. It's always in meters here. You can also change it to imperial units if you want. And then we're just going to hit Calibrate Scale. And you'll see that that image totally resizes. There's one other thing I like to do, and that is actually to move the floor plan somewhere. Now I'll tell you why. So this bit here in the middle, where we've got the blue line and we've got the red line and the green line that all intersect. We mentioned this in the last video. This is called the origin, and this is almost like the center for your whole project here. Now, later on, when we start positioning stuff, it's all going to be relative to the origin. We're going to be putting things a positive distance or a negative distance from the origin. And it's much easier if everything is a positive distance. With the origin in the middle like this, if you put some things on this side of the room, they're going to be in like a negative position. And that's not a problem. You can do that, but it's just kind of not the best way of working with it. So what I really like to do is to move the floor plan around so that the origin of the whole project is in one of the corners. That's really the easiest way of working. So just move it like that. Remember, you can grab that blue square to move it freely in the X and Y axes. And I'm just lining it up so that this corner here is where the origin of the room is. Now, Adam, what were you saying about the green box earlier?
It doesn't seem to marry up to the floor plan itself.
Right. Our floor only contains one room. But actually, it's possible that you would upload a floor plan which has a bunch of rooms in it, but you're only interested in one of those. So the next level down from floor is room, right? The room is within the floor. And that's defined by this big green box here, which you can also find by selecting it on the left-hand side. You see that the floor contains the room. Real simple. That's just going to have a default orientation, and we just want to change that now. We want to tell it what part of this floor plan is the room. So yeah, just grab the corners of that and let's just reposition those so that our entire room is covered up there. And this really doesn't need to be done with unbelievable precision. We're not flying to Mars here, but it doesn't want to be messy either. You want to be reasonably precise, something like that.